After the break, we're going to interview Eric Weihenmayer, who climbed the highest mountain in the world, Mount Everest. But he's gay.
Mess. Damn, man, this isn't fudge.
Give a clown a break. I didn't even kill anyone.
Alright. What is it, Derek? You alright?
Mary loves Dick.
Ah, the French. Champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence.
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
To say their final goodbyes to this fallen Louisville police officer, D.D. Megadoodoo.
Could you start out by introducing yourself, please?
Hello, my name is Alistair FT, and I am the world's most famous Twitch variety streamer. I'm pretty sure I'm the most famous. I can't think of any that are more famous. Yeah, I think it's me. It's me, definitely. Yeah. It's me.
You recently underwent a fairly significant change. Can you tell us about that?
Oh, yeah, I didn't realise we'd be talking about that, but recently I was imbued with the DNA of a peregrine falcon in a revolutionary emergency procedure performed on the behalf of a shadowy Grand Council in order to survive being violently exploded for a second time. But I don't know that that's particularly interesting. Do you want to focus on that? I wouldn't focus on that if I were you. You know, ever since the procedure, people look at me and think, well, there's someone who must spend his free time goring wood pigeons and mice, breaking various necks of wildlife around the moor. Lapwings is another one. What?
Do you?
Do I do those things? Yes, constantly, of course I do. But you know, it's exactly that kind of apex lethality that's needed to survive in the cutthroat world of indie PNG tubing. I realised as soon as that grenade went off that I'd been coasting on my accomplishments for far too long, and my boundless hordes of enemies exploited that.
What enemies?
Oh, you just, you know, bastards and the like, general ne'er-do-wells and knaves and vagabonds and the like, jealous types. Envious of how good I am at streaming, probably.
You mentioned accomplishments just then. Could you elaborate on that?
Well, for one, I invented oil paint. Before me, it was watercolour or nothing.
Could you please introduce yourself?
Certainly. My name is Maggie Smith Jr., and I am head conservationist at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Oil paint started making its way to Europe around the 12th century, but there's evidence of its use as early as the 7th century around what is now Afghanistan. I see no realistic way that Alistair FT could have invented oil paint, as he claims.
I founded Bangkok, of course. That was a recent project.
Hello, my name is Rudyard Cheeks, and I'm the professor of East Asian history at the University of Prague. I feel as though I shouldn't even have to humour the notion, but the area of Bangkok was first settled in the 1400s. It became the capital of then Siam in the late 1700s. Not only did he absolutely not found Bangkok, but I will personally stake my reputation on that being an outright falsehood.
I've travelled to the year 65 trillion, where I fought in the Cyborg Wars.
My name is Bolivar Soup. I am Emeritus Professor of Quantum Mechanics at the University of Cambridge, and it was my pleasure to serve as Lucasian Professor of Mathematics for 25 years. Yeah, that sounds real. Yeah, why not?
But now I'm embarking what I passionately believe will be my greatest achievement yet.
What's that?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, actually. Thanks to my newfound apex predator instincts, I can finally achieve my lifelong ambition of personally eliminating every single VTuber in the world.
Alistair, no.
No, what are you talking about? No.
We discussed this, didn't we?
Oh, did we decide on no killing people?
We had meeting after meeting where we told you that that wasn't the angle we were going with because it's illegal.
I wasn't at every meeting.
Oh, I'm aware. I know.
So, should we go with something less severe, do you think? I will, personally, wound every VTuber.
No.
Get into a fight with every VTuber. Threaten every VTuber.
For God's... Give me that pen.
I will utilize my Falcon abilities to entertain my fans while maintaining a cordial, non-threatening and friendly demeanor towards other VTubers and everyone present in my chat. We'll go with it if you think it's good, but I think it needs more violence. You know, questions have been raised as to whether I'm half man, half Falcon, or if I'm all the way Falcon in the shape of a man, if I'm contractually obliged to wear the outfit, and the explanation, the explanation's actually pretty simple.
Could you explain it to us?
You know what? I will. I promise I will, but do you see that wood pigeon over there? Do you see him? I have to sort this guy out. I'm sorry. It won't be long. I have to sort this guy out. Wait right there. I'll be right back. I promise you. I'll be back. Wait right there.
Gouge his eyes!
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there I am. Oh, but I live once more. How do you like that, eh? With any luck, you don't dislike it entirely. Well, shall we? And we press this button. Does it work? It's in God's hands now. Yes, it works. Okay. You know, I'm pretty positive about the whole not dying in a massive fiery explosion thing as well. That overall, I'd say it was a net positive. Your mileage may vary. I say net positive. But hello. In case you didn't know who the heck I am before you watched that, my name is, as you may have gathered, I'm AlaRFT, that's who I am. Alastair FT, a Peregrine Falcon VTubist. Am I going to cause controversy referring to myself as a VTuber? Let's find out together. Anyway. You want the new iPhone announced? Hey. New direction, no more iPhones, only fax machines from now on. We're bringing back fax, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now that we've announced fax, let's start out by giving a few vocal talent credits. Perhaps it goes without saying who the publicist was, but you know, let's go in order. The director was one Captain Clench. You can find him on Blue Sky and Instagram. Anywhere else, I don't think so off the top of my head. But he was the voice of the director, and his vocal talents were much appreciated. I think every single line of his was a question, actually. Little fact for you there. Maggie Smith Jr. was at Starbreak TTV, who is, of course, in the chat. Sterling work, I must say. Very good blunt delivery. I loved it. Rudyard Cheeks was PC Engine, who is also Squishmore. And again, these people are on basically any social media platform you want to hurl a stick at. Bring back pages. You know what? For you, I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I loved his delivery as well. Very, very Orson Welles quality, I thought. Bolivar Soup was my friend Adam, who, as you may have ascertained by this point, you won't find online basically anywhere, but regardless, shouts out. Except the biscuit noises, the eating the biscuit noises, were actually me, as was the woo of inapproval. That was me. But other than that, it was him, just kind of with a phone filter over his voice. And does it even need saying? Let's assume yes. The publicist was the one and only, the incomparable Dovely VTuber, who I've got. Her comedic delivery of lines was so good, wasn't it? She's so good, I swear. Makes a good as carbonara, so I've been told. So I've been told. Oh. Oh, you're good. Oh. You flatter me. But you are also correct. Anyway. So, moving on. I don't actually remember what order these slides were in, but let's go through them anyway. Law. You know, you can read all this if you want. Pause the video now if you want to read this, but frankly, here's the important bit. So, Man Become Peregrine now do streams. What's not to like? What's not to understand, goddammit? Right, so next up. Let's talk about peregrine falcons. Basically, I really like peregrines. They are incredible animals. They are famous for being the fastest. You saw Sonic Heroes? A lot of people saw Sonic Heroes. I see Sonic Heroes in my dreams. You know the letter from the opening of Silent Hill 2? It's like that, but with Sonic Heroes. But yes, peregrine falcons, fastest animals in the world when they dive, which is also known as swooping or stooping. They can reach speeds in excess of 200 miles an hour. That is mad evolution right there. That an animal can project itself at 200 miles an hour. It's nuts. And they've got all sorts of fancy bones. Can you also do that? I can. I'm not doing it right now because there is a roof on this arena we're in, but almost as quick as I ran the stream. Almost. The other good thing to know about peregrines is that they are absolute psychopaths. They are crazy murderous. If you ever look online, this is an odd thing to advocate on a debut stream, but if you ever look online for footage of peregrine falcons killing things, good God, it's like the animal gets shot with a bullet. It's nuts. And I've also seen footage of them mating. They don't call them the fastest animals in the world for nothing, let's say that. Now, the males are called TSLs. The females are simply called falcons. One interpretation of the FT is that it's my initials. Another is that it's Falcon TSL. How about that? I thought that was quite clever. Did you think it was clever? I did. Anyway. And if you want more information on peregrines, there is a fantastic book by a lad known as Joe. Why am I phrasing it so grandiose? A lad called J.A. Baker called The Peregrine. And it's a very lyrical, poetic kind of account of his bird watching antics around some moors in Essex. And it's a very, very good book. As I say, very poetic. I've heard it said it's a book about someone trying and failing to become a peregrine. I don't know if that's the case or not, but nonetheless, great book. I recommend it highly. One other thing I will say about peregrines is that you might notice my color scheme, very kind of brown, earthy tones. That is more reflective of the patterning, the coloring of a juvenile peregrine. They have more of a brown tone for the first 2 years of their life, and after that they develop more kind of bluish grey feathers. And that's actually, we'll see something more about that in a little bit. But yes, that's my colour scheme reflects a juvenile peregrine, don't you know? Right, what did I write next? What in the name of God can you expect from my streams? Open Falcons are so freaking cool, just like Alice said. But what can you expect? Much the same as you could expect before. My hiatus, I said, would last 1 month and then lasted 3. Casual playthroughs of single-player games with high chat interaction. I live for interacting with the chat and quirky little interactables. I'm sorry, my brain briefly shut off. I noticed a lapwing in the crowd. I might have to murder it later. But yes, I play a lot of games I've played before, and a lot of games I haven't played before. In fact, the next 2 games I have planned reflect this to a T. I thought I hadn't played either of them. That's actually not true. My next game I'm going to play is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, and after that it will be Crazy Taxi, which I've never played before. Pro Skater 4, though, that was a big childhood game of mine. I liked it very much, and they're remaking it, and I learned that they're making all the wrong decisions in remaking it, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to play the proper version. Anyway, play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for no reason at all. What, now? Yeah, right. Someone get the Dreamcast. What do you mean you don't have a Dreamcast in this auditorium? Good grief. Okay, apparently they've got an Apple Pippin. I can maybe play Marathon 2, I don't know. Anyway, you can also expect art. I think there is a legal case for declaring this an art stream, to be honest, because God knows there was a lot of drawing that went into that video. But yes, I write and draw a comic about vampires. I think it's pretty good. There's a link to it below. I don't think I have the proper website to it linked below, but the Tapas link is below, and I encourage you to go and read it. I intend to start that back up next Monday. With a new storyline. And every July, I dedicate the schedule to Art Fight, so I stream as much as humanly possible, usually 5 days a week, if possible. Unfortunately, I also have a very busy period at work in July, which does put a bit of a spanner in the works, but nonetheless, I do make every attempt to stream every weekday come Art Fight time. Art Fight is soon. It is soon. It's, what is it? It's end of April. Might as well call it May. Yeah, it's in 2 months' time. I'm hyped. I'm into it, baby. And another, I guess this can be folded into the broader art category, but I do a lot of Gartic Phone. In fact, we're going to be doing Gartic Phone later on. When this presentation has been fumbled through. And I think we're going to have a jolly good time, I do. Yes, say what? And for all... Mind you explain what Art Fight is? Oh, well, of course. I kind of just assumed everyone knew. What a terrible thing to assume. Yes, Art Fight is a annual art game in which... you upload, it has a website, you just go to artfight. Whatever the heck, or just Google Art Fight, as everyone has been doing for the last 20 years. And you upload your characters, and then in July you pick one of 2 teams, and really the existence of teams is just a pretense to draw everyone else's characters, basically. You just, kind of give art of people's OCs, they give you art of their OCs. It's highlight of the year. I really, really love it. And yes, but back to the subject of Gartic Phone. I will say this, we're not doing story mode. Story mode is bad. I don't get why everyone loves story mode. Fuck story mode. No, story mode requires an understanding of yes and god damn it, people in Gartic Phone lobbies, I'm sorry, don't have that. Anyway. Not doing animation either. That's just a disaster in a public lobby. Anyway, movies. Every October. All my homies hate story mode. Story mode sucks. It's like, oh, what if we took the drawing out of this drawing game? Oh, it sucks. What do you know? Who'd have guessed? Ugh. Anyway. But every Halloween, or Halloween time, in or around, we do a public domain horror movie screening, and we have a lot of fun there. I've been doing it the last 2 years. You can bet your bottom dollar it'll be going ahead this year. Last year, both Squishmore and Starbreak joined me for that, and we had a rocking good time. Actually, it's still, I uploaded that stream. I think it's on my Twitch as well as my YouTube archive, so I do encourage you to check that out. We had a very good time. We watched a cheesy-ass monster movie and a cheesy-ass Vincent Price movie. And what a fun time we had. It was a rocking good time, wasn't it? Wasn't it just? Anyway. Let's find out together what slide I put next. I don't remember at all. Fan name: Alastans or Fanasters. Now, funny story about this. How do you think I feel about my Tingler? My God. But yes, fun fact. Last time I debuted, which was probably like 2 years ago now. Shouts out, Ivorus. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Fun fact, last time I debuted, I actually had this idea for these names last time I debuted, which, as I say, 2 years ago. Oh, that's good. That's good. And yeah, I kind of cowered out of the idea of doing like a presentation. And I regretted it very much, but I'll be goddamned if I haven't redeemed myself. The fan name is Alastans or Fanasters. Can we join different teams for the fan name and that? Yes! Oh my god, that'd be a great idea. Have my own mini art fight where the Fanasters and the Alastans end up killing each other. Right, spicy hot take number 1. Into the Spider-Verse is good, but the 3 comic relief Spider people don't do anything and they should have been cut from the film, and whoever designed Penny Parker has clearly never watched a second of anime in their life. The art tag is illustrations. I thought that was quite clever. Do you think it's quite clever? I thought it was quite clever. I'm claiming Team Fanasters. Shouts out. Although you will have to battle WVTuber to the death, it seems. As a Spider-Verse fan, I agree. Thank you. Thank you. There is a reason I went through that hot take very quickly. It's because I think certain people will have my head off for espousing certain truths. Anyway, so the art tag is #illustrations. I don't know why you draw fan art of me, but nevertheless, if you want to, there's the art tag. God willing, this will never be used. Please, for the love of God, I'm begging you, don't use this. But the erotic art tag is Erotister. Again, I advise you, for the love of God, you know, you make your own choices in life, but I encourage you to make the correct ones for all of our sakes. But you know, if you know you insist, there it is. Again, don't tag anything #Erotister. It won't do. I'm begging you. Don't. Again, that hashtag is Erotister. Do you ever check it? I fear to, but I will be after today. Spicy hot take number 2. You will make better creative work when you are inspired by things you dislike rather than the things you like. Jesus Christ, I could do this shit is a better motivator than a borderline plagiaristic love letter to a genre or creator. I believe that passionately. Whenever I hear something described as a love letter, I just want to gag. I don't want the love letters, I want to read the hate mail. Okay, let me see how you would fix something you dislike. Make that into a story. You know, I've got a kind of a sci-fi setting that's a little pet project of mine that is basically just spun off from everything I dislike about the movie Pacific Rim. You see me draw stuff in that setting occasionally on this stream. You may be cooking. I think I might be. But yeah, that is my something of a motto of mine. I don't want to read the love letters. I want to read the hate mail. What does that say about me? Probably nothing positive, but, you know. Salavi. Hello, Captain Clinch. Hope you're doing very well today. Your vocal talents were greatly appreciated. And I say that with absolute sincerity. Let's find out what I put next. Games what are good. Alright. Now, if you see a game on this list, take that, with maybe a handful of exceptions, as an indication of the entire franchise, and I just kind of picked out my favourite entries in that. So, starting from the top, Metroid Prime, the game I reckon best of all time. I love it. Perfect. It's great. Excuse me. And, I mean, what do you even say about Metroid Prime that hasn't been espoused by a million other people? It's just brilliant. It's the most immersive game. It's, you know what I love about it? And I mentioned this in Dovely's chat when she was streaming it the other day, is that what I love most about it is that it takes the standard Nintendo structure that's in every Nintendo game, every Zelda, every Mario. Is it in every Pokemon? I don't know. Never played a Pokemon game. Well, you know, you got like Jungle World, Desert World, Fire World, Ice World, Dark World. But Metroid Prime makes those really believable. You know, like, you'll see like a floating platform in Metroid Prime, and then you'll scan it, and it'll like give you like a viable explanation as to why a platform would be floating. It's like, oh yeah, this was retrofitted with a booster rocket so that it could be used for transporting like mining halls and stuff like that. It's like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. That's amazing. But Mario's easy now. Oh dear, I've made a terrible mistake. I need to make amends rapidly. But anyway, the amends will have to wait, I'm afraid. I'll write a letter to him. I'll fax it to him with the new iFax that I'm announcing. But anyway, I could talk about Metroid Prime for days. I did stream it for its 20th anniversary like 3 years ago, actually, and then part 1 like didn't work at all, and I didn't realise until a week later. That was embarrassing. Anyway, but let's move on. Cruelty Squad. My friends, I suspect, want to throttle me every time I bring up this game. I don't blame them. But they do want to do it, I suspect. Cruelty Squad is a surrealist, kind of tactical shooter, art house thing. It's got themes of corporate overreach and nihilism and Gnosticism. The last level has circus music as you're killing God. I cannot in any way describe or explain Cruelty Squad in a way that will ever do it justice, but it's one of my favorites of all time. Cruelty Squad, no notes, perfect game. The developer recently released in early access his next game, which is called Psycho Patrol R, which is a kind of a mech, a very, very technical, complicated mech shooter. And I love that. Well, no, actually, I don't love that yet, because it's in early access and I didn't really understand it, but that's simply a matter of applying oneself to it. I'll get into it eventually. Half-Life. What do you say about Half-Life that hasn't already been said? It's Half-Life. It's goddamn Half-Life. Starting the game off with 20 minutes of just going to work. Like, I feel like in the modern day that probably doesn't strike anyone as a particularly, like, revolutionary idea, but what you have to consider is that this is the era of like Doom and Quake, of like you start the game, you're instantly shooting something, but then like the opening of Half-Life is just a commute to work, and yeah, everyone skips it. Here's the thing, they're wrong for doing it. They're wrong for doing it, because that intro, it's just great for building atmosphere of it's a sense of, oh, okay, so, you know, everyone's nervous about this experiment, what's going to happen, and then, oh, Half-Life. My precious. There's a great mod for Half-Life, actually. You can get ray tracing lighting on the like origami people models, and that looks fantastic. I streamed that as well. I think, did I archive that one? I think I did. Yeah, that was right before my previous re-debut, I think. But anyway, want to live in a pre-disaster Black Mesa? Absolutely. Kind of stomp around, operating the computers and getting shirty at everyone. Everyone's so angry in that game. That's the other great thing about it. Some of the best voice performances in gaming history. There's such a camp factor to it that it is just irresistible. Half-Life 2 doesn't really have, because they were going for like what was in 2004 ultra realism. But yeah, the voice acting in Half-Life. Again, what do you say about it? What do you say about it? Metal Gear Solid 5. This is a controversial Metal Gear game, I think. I want to live the rest of my life as a Black Mesa guard. Hell yeah, that'd be great. Stand by doors and have a weirdly angular face and tell people you can't go places. Yeah. I could earn a paycheck for that quite happily. But Metal Gear Solid 5, controversial entry, but it's my favourite one because, plain and simply, it has the best gameplay. I could sneak into like Soviet encampments all day. It's just beautiful. And everyone says the story's so bad. My hot take, I don't think it's as bad as everyone says. Honestly, sure, it would have been nice if like it had a more definitive ending, but I sort of like that the second act was just kind of moments on Mother Base, you know? But that said, like if they ever did like a restored content re-release of it, oh my god, I'd be all over that. 10 seconds flat. No question. Looking forward to the Snake Eater remake, actually, because I've heard, like, in terms of gameplay, it's very Phantom Pain. So it's like the best Metal Gear story with the best Metal Gear gameplay. What's the worst that could happen? Right, I've guaranteed that game will turn out terrible. And anyway. Halo Reach. Again, entire Halo franchise. It's very special and important to me. I played the original game when I was 7, back before there was even a Halo franchise, back when there was just one game. But Halo Reach is, it's like Bungie did the trilogy, and then, like, with Reach, they knew it was their last one going in, so they went, you know what, let's just put all the little weird ideas we had on the table. Let's just put it in there, and so, you know, there's jetpacks in this one, you can drive forklifts, well, best elite design, I think. They look great in Halo Reach. Or is it the first game? One of the two. They both look great. Anyway. I love Halo Reach. Very, very much. And the bit when, when, like, Cortana shows up in that game, spoiler alert, right at the end. Genuinely, it gets me emotional every time. It's stunning. Outer Wilds. My voice getting weird there. I think I've talked more in this like 40 minutes of this stream than I've talked in any other stream I've ever done. That's fine. The end. Yes, ending on the opening cutscene of Halo 1 is genius, and then you get the shot of the ring and the message from Bungie saying goodbye. Oh, gets me emotional just talking about it. It really does. And they fucked up in the Master Chief Collection because it like immediately cuts to the main menu. The moment you see the Halo ring, it's like, no, you have to linger on it. Oh god, the Master Chief Collection is its own barrel of monkeys. Anyway, Outer Wilds. Halo Reach is another one. I could talk about the metatextual elements of it all day, but I have a big list of games to go down. I might have to speed through a few of these if we're going to be playing Gartic Phone by 10. I need another drink. I'm making lots of noises, and that's not okay. Now, Outer Wilds is funny because when I first played it, I wasn't sure about it. I was really in two minds about it. I found it maybe a touch annoying. I spent like the first hour, 2, 3, 4 hours with it. Not sure if I liked it or not. And then like a switch flicked. And I was like, alright, this is one of the best games ever made. This is Myst for the modern era. This is Myst if it was good, basically. And I think I mean that sincerely. Most emotionally devastating ending of all time? Well, devastating is a poor choice of words, perhaps, but yeah, Outer Wilds is one I could not stop thinking about for weeks after I had beaten it. Just a beautiful, beautiful game. I love it. I love it. Now, the Insomniac Spider-Man's. I'm generally not much of a AAA person, with except, I mean, there's like 5 AAA games on this list, so that's maybe a bit rich of me, but you know, I don't buy many AAA games, 1 or 2 a year at most, if even that, to be honest. But the Insomniac Spider-Man games I really do make an exception for, because they are just tremendous fun, I think. First or second one, take your pick. I think they're both absolutely great. Oh goodness, I've got a lot of, not to put too fine a point on it, I have a lot of trapped wind right now. Yeah, I love the Insomniac Spider-Man games. I did try streaming the first one, and it was a disaster, because it runs great on my computer. OBS runs fine on my computer. Fine on my computer. Let's go with it. Together, they do not get along. Oh boy, they don't get along. And that stream was an absolute disaster. But public streaming is making him get... Well, don't tell him that. Oh yeah, Miles Morales as well, isn't there? I completely forgot about that one. I didn't like Miles Morales as much, but it's still, I mean, it's still like more Insomniac Spider-Man, so what's not to love, right? I kind of generally thought like Miles Morales' supporting cast is not as strong as Peter's, but I guess that just comes with like being like 50 years newer or whatever. Knights of the Old Republic. With the caveat that this game has aged terribly. It has. But I love Knights of the... It's... Love seeing all the... Yeah, that's great, isn't it? Oh, I love the alternate suit. I love that they put a Wolverine suit in the second game. That was great. Anyway, KOTOR. Aged Like Milk. Fantastic RPG. I love it. And now I'm absolutely blanking on why I love it. I just do, alright? Shut up, I just love KOTOR. Best Star Wars character in the franchise's history in HK-47. And once you kind of wrap your head around the fact that it literally just uses the D&D engine, it's a fantastic time. Although it barely runs on modern Windows. This game crashes like a mother bitch, I swear. There's a really weird glitch in it where it's when you're escaping the first planet. If you're wearing any clothes in the cutscene where you board the ship, the game crashes. So you have to, like, make this daring escape in your underwear or the game won't work. It's really weird. And there was another glitch where there's a Wookiee character, and every time you go back to the ship, the Wookiee duplicates. And by the end of the game, there's like 20 Wookiees on your ship. It's really weird. Red Alert 2. One with Darth Revan. That is the one with Darth Revan. Darth Revan. Good God, my Sussex is showing. Darth Revan. Darth Revan. Fantastic twist in the Darth Revan twist, I will say. Command & Conquer Red Alert 2. Greatest strategy game of all time. I love it. I absolutely adore it. It walks such a tonally fine line. Like, the Red Alert games have always been sillier than the Tiberium games. But they nailed the tone with Red Alert 2. It's not winking too much. Like, Red Alert 1 is winking a bit. Red Alert 2 is winking just the right amount. Red Alert 3, they go too far. It's like glaring down the barrel of the camera, winking, and it also just feels a bit sleazy. Not a fan of Red Alert 3. Red Alert 2, though, totally perfect. I love that half of the unit, the soldier dialogue is like innuendos. I love that one of the submarines goes thrusting forward, which is... What other game is beautiful? I love it. Red Alert 2, perfect. Yuri's Revenge. Best expansion pack of all time? Possibly. Udo Kier as Yuri. My god. What a revelation. Doom 2016. There are few games with as perfect a vision as Doom 2016. And it is a vision, unfortunately, id are constantly slipping away from. Best viewers on... You mean I can buy viewers? I can buy viewers? My god, why am I bothering with this re-debut crap? I could have just bought followers. More fool me, that'll show me for putting an ounce of effort into anything in life. Fuck off. There we go. As I was saying, which one was I on? Oh yeah, Doom 2016. One of the best statements of intent, and Mick Gordon used to change... Yeah, Mick Gordon's music. I mean, what do you say about Mick Gordon's music in that game? It's just stellar, isn't it? It's a shame they had such a falling out, but... You know, I think Mick Gordon brought receipts, and yeah, the Hugo Martin seems like kind of a dickhead, but anyway, whatever. Art versus artist, whatever. Anyway, you bought me? Well, yeah, but like that comes out of my account every month for the past 25 years. Anyway, but yeah, Doom 2016, Perfect Vision. They knew this is a game about shooting demons. When it came out, it got quite a lot of criticism. A lot of people said, "Oh, this game's so repetitive. All you do is fight demons." My brother, it's Doom. My brother in Christ, it's Doom. Do you criticize Mario for jumping on too many blocks? Does Sonic run through too many rings for your liking? Yes, all you do in Doom is fight demons. What do you want, platforming sections and cutscenes? But enough about Doom Eternal. And I'll be honest, I'm iffy about Doom the Dark Age. It looks like they're going in completely the wrong direction with it. I don't know. Stellar. Oh no, I've missed one. Factorio. It's addictive. It tingles your brain. If you have an autistic friend or are somewhere on the spectrum yourself, this game is infinite drugs for £40. It is. You will see train stops in your dreams. You will sink literally hundreds of hours into Factorio without noticing. Which is why I'm almost anxious to give it a recommendation, because your productivity will suffer under Factorio, but you will have a hell of a lot of fun doing it. That game is paced perfectly, because like just as you figure out one mechanic, like when the switch in your brain flicks and you finally get how this thing works, it immediately introduces a new mechanic for you to kind of obsess over and figure out how it works. And that cycle just goes and goes and goes, and it's just spectacular game design. And the expansion pack is fantastic as well. I never actually finished a full run of the expansion pack, but as I say, can't recommend it enough. Factorio. Actually, I literally just said that I'm tenuous about recommending it, but now I'm saying I can't recommend it enough. No one ever said I was consistent. Anyway, Stellaris. Once upon a time. No game, with the possible exception of Crusader Kings 2, no game better demonstrates paradox syndrome. No other game. Because I bought one game, they overhauled it, and 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 didn't address that the engine is 20 years old and barely runs, and overhauled it, and overhauled it, and overhauled it, and added new mechanics, new mechanics, new mechanics, new mechanics, overhaul mechanics, overhaul mechanics. It is not the game I bought. It is not the game I fell in love with anymore. Which makes me sad, because it was a stunning game. It's, I've never been big into the 4X genre. Not a big turn-based person. But wouldn't you know, the thing to make me fall in love with it is just make it real-time. And make... It's basically... It's almost a role-playing game. It's just a game about living out your favourite sci-fi factions and tropes on a grand scale, and it's still one of my great ambitions to kind of play a multiplayer game of Stellaris with a lot of people. I think that would be a great, like, role-playing stream, almost. like really get into the like ethics and philosophies of your races and all that. I'd still do that with Modern Stellaris, but single player, it's not. It's not the game it used to be, sadly. I'm down for joining Gartic if that's happening. It certainly is. It certainly is. When we get through this list of games I've for some reason inflicted on everyone. Risk of Rain 2. Yeah, this is a game that knows the simple pleasure of being overpowered. This is a great TED Talk. Thank you. I was nervous about this slide, because this is just a lot of me gushing about games I like. But hey, I'm glad someone's getting something out of it, right? But Risk of Rain 2, it is a game that understands the joy of being overpowered. So many devs see people hooting and hollering when massive explosions go off, and they go, oh no, 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 no. We have to make this game less fun. And so they nerf the guns that are fun. They nerf, or they buff the enemies to make them more annoying. I'm looking at you, Helldivers 2. But Risk of Rain rejects that. Risk of Rain says, yes, it is fun when things explode. It is fun when you inflict literally countless numbers of damage. It is fun to move at a million miles an hour. Risk of Rain 2 gets what is fun. And that's the long and short of it. It is fun. Another game you will sink hundreds of hours into without noticing. The expansion pack was a bit crap, but Celavi. Apparently they're on the way to fixing it though, so maybe it's worth another look. Next slide is going to say, games I hate. I did think about doing that. I didn't ultimately, but I did think about doing that. Spyro 3, definitive childhood game. I loved it. I still love it. The PS1 is not replete with like great collectathon platformers. In that generation, I feel like that was more the 64's area of expertise. But the PlayStation 1 was not without great collectathons, and Spyro 3, for my money, was the greatest one of all. It is like a playable Don Bluth movie. Do I mean Don Bluth? Maybe I don't mean Don Bluth. Let's just settle on playable Saturday morning cartoon. Anyway, Spyro 3. What a game. What a game. I think a lot of people say that Spyro 2 is the best of the original series. I'm a Spyro 3 boy. Change my mind, or don't. Silent Hill 2. I played it for the first time on stream about a year ago, just over a year ago. And I get it. What a fantastic game. What a subtly philosophical game. What fantastic atmosphere, story. Voice acting is what it is. I loved it, and I absolutely get what the fuss is all about. I liked the remake as well. I never finished it because I got to a point where I went, you know, I get the idea now. I can move on because you know obviously it's a remake. You're doing exactly the same things as the first one. But yeah, the Silent Hill 2. What a I'm hesitant. I think an obsession with maturity is a really slippery slope in gaming. I think it results in like the general pretentiousness of The Last of Us and things like that. But Silent Hill 2 is that done right. It's got themes, it's got metatextual gubbins, it's another one I couldn't stop thinking about for weeks afterwards. Just fantastic. Portal. Who doesn't love Portal? Show me the guy that doesn't love Portal and I'll deck him. Yeah, Portal is really one of those games with basically no flaws, isn't it? Which actually makes it quite hard to talk about what's good about it, because all you can say is like, well, have you played it? And the answer is yes, you've played Portal. You've loved Portal. Portal 1 and 2 are great. You know, for the longest time, for some reason, I wasn't that keen on Portal 2, but then I've replayed it again on stream, and yeah, it's basically perfect. I love it. Both the Portal games, no notes, thumbs up. Absolute masterpieces. Noita, which is Finnish for witch. Maybe you haven't heard of this one, but it's a roguelike. It's kind of like Spelunky if you could destroy every single pixel. This is another game that understands the joy of being overpowered. It is very much the aim of this game to become overpowered, which is what's so good about it. A game has never been more utterly bullshit, and yet I still love it unconditionally. In fact, this is part of something of a tradition. This is what am I trying to say? There is a legacy of of early access games, early access roguelike games that got their 1.0 release in 2020. Of which the luminaries are Risk of Rain 2, Noita, Hades, and I think there's a fourth one called Bullets Per Minute that I haven't played, but is apparently also very good. Roller Coaster Tycoon. This is another one. It's like, what do you say about Roller Coaster Tycoon? Have you played it? That's all you can say about it. What I will say is that to play it these days, I highly recommend the OpenRCT 2 mod. And that unlocks the frame rate and what's widescreen resolutions, and it basically just makes it a more modern experience. And I recommend that a lot. All you need is the executable for either the first or second game. Actually, I think just the second game. Come to think of it, that's probably why it's called RCT2. And yeah, from there you can play the definitive version of the greatest thing in the world. I love it very much. Never liked the third one. Never liked Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I know it's got a following. I know a lot of people swear by it. I think adding the other and just one more dimension kind of ruined it. Made it a bit fiddly. Never felt Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Planet Coaster I kind of actively dislike, I'm sorry to say. But OpenRCT 2, Roller Coaster Tycoon, again, a lot of games you spend hundreds of hours in and don't notice on this list. I'm realizing a pattern now. RCT is fun, haven't played it in a minute. Yeah. There's one of those games when it worms your way into your brain, you end up replaying it within the week, don't you? Old school RuneScape. I love that Jagex spent years and years iterating and refining and modifying RuneScape into a more modern game. And yet their most profitable product stemmed from people going, nah, we want the pixel people. We want the polygon men. Because as I understand it, old school RuneScape is far more of a moneymaker for Jagex than is RuneScape 3. And yeah, I describe old school RuneScape as the ultimate idle game. It is a game purely about the simple lizard brain joy of making a number go up. That is the aim of RuneScape. And in between the bits where the numbers go up, you've got some great kind of comedy writing, some very, very British, very blunt comedy writing. And it's a game that is so comfortable and confident in its own art direction. It knows people like how it looked in 07, and it's dicks with how it looks in 07. Excellent vision of a game, I will say. And even when they add new content and still make sure it feels like something that could have been in the game in 07 is great. Last two now. We're in the home stretch. Folks. Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. Maybe this one isn't one you've heard of. Maybe it is, but this was a very definitive childhood game of mine. It runs on the Quake 3 engine. It is basically Quake 3 with a Star Trek skin. Now, you wouldn't think like a lightning-fast first-person shooter would be a perfect adaptation of Star Trek. It is. It really has the vibe of like a mid-season Voyager two-parter. It's like It's like the episode the show goes to the mid-season break on. It's got that tone about it perfectly, and some of my favorite retro graphics of all time as well. He does that thing where this is before like games had like proper lip flaps, so they just like changed the textures on the heads. And that's very cute. I like that a lot. I think it might have low-key inspired like how I like VTubers to look, actually. I like it when the mouth shapes change without in-between frames. And maybe that stems back to Star Trek Voyager Elite Force, but fantastic game. Can't recommend it enough. It's on GOG. Yeah, go play it. Return of the Obra Dinn. This was an indie hit from a few years ago. It's basically a detective game set in 1800 something or other. And you play as an insurance agent. I know, you're already riveted. You play as an insurance agent who has to figure out why this empty ship that went missing about 5 years ago has returned. And the answer is not what you expect. It quickly takes a left turn. And this is another one of those games I could not stop thinking about for weeks afterwards. When when you realize, oh my god, this person was on this deck at this time, meaning they were talking to them, and then they said to that person that, so then this must have happened then, and da-da-da. Return of the Obra Dinn will take over your brain, and you'll love every minute of it. Great graphics as well. It kind of goes for like a Apple II monotone thing, but it's in full 3D, and it's really good. Same guy that made Papers, Please, Lucas Pope, so he's 2 for 2 on his... Oh, goodness me, more Trapped Wind, what do you know? Well, he's 2 for 2 as far as I'm concerned. We love a Return of the Obra Dinn, and with that, we finally made it through this labyrinthine slide. Shouts out to me. Oh shit, I didn't realise that button did that. Anyway, but what slide did I put next? I have no idea. Best flavour, vanilla. Spicy hot take number 3. Trash compactor scene in Star Wars. Iconic. I hate it. It doesn't add anything to the story. It's just padding, and the audio sounds like it's recorded through a sock. Why is the audio in that scene so bad? Just cut that. Cut it. Cut the scene. No point. The film's already like 2 hours long. And then like the little monster comes up and it's thinking, oh, this is going to pay off later. Nope, Luke just gets out of the situation basically by himself. Terrible scene. Terrible scene. Anyway, goals. I think these are all pretty simple goals with one exception. 10 million followers within 1 month. That's, I mean, I think I've already done that, to be honest. 15 energy drink sponsorships. They're a penny for the dozen. And I will drown myself in vitamin B12 on stream. I want to stress that. I will down a Red Bull on camera. I will do it. I'll do it. Design and market inedible Lunchables no parent should ever inflict on their child, complete with rare, potentially lethal bacteria. And that is I won't negotiate on that. There must be rare, potentially lethal bacteria. That is, I think, a staple of this modern wave of Lunchables, and I won't go forward with the project without my without the thrilling risk of death. Get a game of a sponsor. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? 20 meal prep box sponsorships that are 95% plastic bags with obnoxious names like Wow Veg or something. Could be Food and Go. That could be another obnoxious name. Eat Good. That's quite obnoxious. But again, it has to be mostly plastic bags. I have to be smothered in the things if we're going to make this deal work. I have to be. I'm not negotiating. Get invited to and ultimately win Creator Clash. Now, I already went over the biological advantages of the peregrine falcon. So I'm thinking, like, dive on someone at 200 miles an hour, probably sever. I mean, peregrine falcons have a tooth specifically for breaking necks, so, you know, 200 mile an hour stoop, bite someone's neck, that trophy or whatever is mine. Do they give a trophy at Creator Clash? I don't know. But I'll find out when I win. Get popular enough to do a crypto rug pull on a bunch of suckers. Unfortunately, NFTs are a dead fad now, so I can't rug pull that way. But you know, I still think there's some gullible people I could steal money from in Minecraft. Now this one is frankly a little unrealistic, to be honest, but collab streams with friends. Now I would have to ask people things, ask if they want to do things. That's a big ask. Let's face it, that one's a bit pie in the sky. The rest of these, I could probably get these done by the end of the day, and there's only like 2 hours left in it. That last one, we'll see. We'll see together, won't we? What the hell? What's the next slide? Kayfabe levels low. I meant to. Fuck! I just remembered I meant to do a gag for this slide and I didn't do it. I was going to record myself just saying the word low into camera. Fuck. God damn it. Fuck. Fuck. Anyway. A Dove collab stream? That'd be great, wouldn't it? That'd be great. Alas, time zones are a fickle mistress in many ways. What am next? Alternate color schemes. If you have seen my streams before, you'll know I like kind of customizing the model based on what game I'm streaming. I'll collab with you, brother. I like to hear it. Shouts out. Shouts bloody out. But yes, I like to make alternate color schemes based on the games I'm playing, or just give myself a little accessory or something. But you remember I mentioned earlier that my color scheme is based on a juvenile peregrine? Well, this is an outfit more based on a mature peregrine. So you'll notice it's a lot of kind of blue-grays, and the jumper is kind of a lighter. It's kind of a slightly brighter white. Shoes are the same color though. Couldn't do it without the bright yellow shoes. What slide was next? I dread to think. Spicy hot take 4. Sonic Adventure is jankier than Sonic 06. Right. Shall we play Gartic Phone? Yes, we shall. Oh, good. Good. It would help if I got my damn tablet out, which is at the side of me. Oh, but I get to load up my my ass outside of Tesco, mate. You're on, buddy. Once I untangled my headphones from my desk, which is for some reason stuck. I don't know why. Okay. But you know what? The other hot take I was thinking of going with for that Sonic the Hedgehog based take is that Sonic 06 really should have just been called Sonic Adventure 3. Like, structurally, it's the same. Narrative, it's also basically the same. Just call it Sonic Adventure 3. What are you doing? Okay. And now we will go... Who doesn't love some on-air admin? It should have been called Mario to really fuck Nintendo. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Alright, so let's go edit. Let's go load avatar. Let's go... Eevee. 3.0 drawing. V3 drawing. Is this the one? I don't see why it wouldn't be. There it is. Okay. And now we're going to switch to Drawing. And now we click. Oh, hang on, we need to zoom in a bit. And this one. And actually one more. One more. Oh no, I want... That's not the right drawing thing, is it? It's this one. Ta-da! New drawing layout. Where do I want myself? There we go. Okay. Now everything roughly makes sense. Okay. And where's mix it up? Mix it up. Refresh. Okay, so redeems are now enabled again, I think. If that catches your vibe, and we'll go to Spotify here, and we'll go get the tunes back. Where are you, Stremen? Okay. Why are my eyes not being gouged? Why in God's name did that not work? Why didn't it work? Oh, I'll gouge my own eyes, don't worry. Which channel point?
Gouge his eyes.
There we go. Ow. I don't know what that other outfit is there. I don't know that got there. Alright, so let's change some things up. Do you like this new streaming, this new art overlay, by the way? I quite like it. Very streamlined, I think. Post debut Gartic phone. Gartic phone. Yes. Okay. Who doesn't love a nice bit of on-air admin? Oh, and I'll put all welcome Discord, and there we go. Right, solo Gartic phone. And authenticated because we're not suicidal with Twitch. Okay, and invite link copied. And we'll pin that message. Right, and now it's a bit of a waiting game, but wait we shall. Or we'll find something to do in the meantime, whichever comes first. It would help if I plugged my tablet in, wouldn't it? Oh, this is the other way around. The other way around, wasn't it? I've got a new microphone for this brave new era of streaming. But the thing is, it's on a microphone arm, which is a little bit in the way of the tablet, but hey. Hey, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Shut up, Windows. We're trying to log into Gartic Bone's Pain. Oh, is it? Yeah. Worth it for dealing with ne'er-do-wells, I say. Oh, we've got a third participant. GT Pro Gaming, thank you very much for joining. We will start shortly. You know, I should make it so the tablet doesn't bounce on this particular thing, shouldn't I? Let's do that. Let's do some goddamned on-air admin while we wait. Ignore bounce velocity. But I don't know how to make that not bounce. Is that what it does? Huh. That does seem weird. How do I have my layers set up? Yeah, the tablet is on its own thing, so I'm not really sure why that one's bouncing, but there we go. Not the biggest issue in the world, really, is it? Oh, that's the wrong button. X, there we go. Anyway, while we're let's, I think it's generally a good look for Gothic phones if they look like they're in progress, so you know what, let's, do a quick normal, or, should we do like a, yes, what are people feeling? What should we do while we kind of wait to sum up, short up more folks? What are people feeling? Also, what soundtrack even is this? Okay, it's the Silent Hill 2 remake. Good soundtrack. Even if I think Akira Yamaoka isn't like the best composer in the world, but not composer. He's a very good composer. Best player in the world. I don't know if he's maybe lost his edge a bit in the kind of playing the music department in the last 20 years. But anyway, let's do a quick normal. There's been 4 players. Let's get to bed. I'll have a good. You have a good stream too. Whenever the next time that may be. Better with 4 players. Let's do it anyway. Why is it muted? Unmute. Write your damn prompt. Wild with Okay, I can draw this. This is an accurate reflection of my life, I'd say. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Miss Show, thank you for the follow. I apologize for my inability to read names quickly. But thank you very much for following, nevertheless. It's the first round of Gartic, it's allowed to not be good. Oh, this is Dwarf Fortress. Misha Wintergreen. Oh, that's actually incredibly simple. Still, I'm glad no one gets it right first time, because it absolves me to some extent. But hello, and thank you for dropping by. Okay, this is, perhaps this doesn't reflect brilliantly on my character, but that's fine. King of... It's debatable as to whether or not it was a kickflip, but nevertheless. Okay. Seems we have a fourth player. Very good, very good, very good. We're getting weird with Alistair FT. Squishmore Drew. Me as a clown, juggling a collection of colourful balls. Struggling to juggle. I do struggle to juggle, actually. I can spin a pen around in my fingers fine. Juggling, it's a write-off. Honestly, it's a write-off. Just punch the microphone stand, that's fine. What we got next? Insane, doing some crazy, and some... That is insane, isn't it? King of skateboarding kickflips over the rainbow, don't you know? Yes. And after this, it is... Welcome for YouTube sets Library on Fire, in which I portrayed myself committing this heinous deed. Alistair kills for fun. It's, well, I mean, I wasn't going to phrase it that way, but, well, we're here. But, let's go new turn. Now we have a shiny brand new player. How exciting. Oh, exciting. What are we feeling, folks? Do we want to do another normal? Do we want to do icebreaker? You tell me. What are we feeling? I love being normal. Oh, how do you think I feel? Let's do an icebreaker, you know what? Let's do a gosh darned icebreaker. Give it 10 seconds. That's French for second. In case anyone wants to join. Ace of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, too late. Okay. Let's start. Arsebreaker. Write a sentence. I find these work best when you ask a question. Preferably not one that can be answered with a yes or a no. But nevertheless, feel free to write whatever your little heart desires. Speaking of this soundtrack, this sounds like something you would say to a man in a fedora on a park bench to tell him that the Soviets are onto him. How do I draw a sheep? This is going to look very phallic before it stops looking that way, but here we go regardless. What do sheep legs look like? They're just kind of lines, aren't they? he's got this. Where has the sheep become lost? Naturally, atop a volcano. It's a good word, atop. No one uses it enough, I think. I didn't finish colouring the legs! My god! That's an excellent question. And we'll give that a swizz of green. And money! Chickens love money. And what does the other window say? I'm glad you asked, chat. It says loans. Chickens love, and this is a biological fact. Chickens love taking out loans. I asked the head of the chicken council, he said, yep, loves taking out a loan. Now, it would help if I actually drew the chicken component of this question, wouldn't it? Not a tremendously good chicken, but what is in this world? What colours are chickens? They're kind of pink, aren't they? That's really more of a rooster, but let's go with it. All right. I can't possibly guess who wrote this prompt. I genuinely, I cannot begin to guess who this one was. Who on earth could this have been? Alright, well, in choice of bugs, let's make it a niche. Let's do a centipede. I know it looks rather like a snake so far, but I assure you, soon enough it will not. What a catastrophic turn of events this is. This is a wretchedly cruel thing to do. It is not Again. Look, he's got kind of a smirk going on, so we know this is an inconvenience to this centipede. Actually, given his size, that has been roughly portrayed here. Yeah, this is, I'm going to say, entirely justifiable and almost certainly the right thing to do. What colours are centipedes? They're kind of green, aren't they? I watched a bug YouTuber once, runs like a giant terrarium. He keeps sincerely referring to like a spider species he's got in his terrarium as an alien. And it really pisses me off because it's like objectively not, it's terrestrial. Still, I bet terrestrial spider wouldn't get the same number of views as does alien. Anyway, now this is we all should be back to our original questions. Now this one, not necessarily my favourite, but he has been on my mind of late. See if I can kind of remember how he looks off the top of my head. He's got silly little legs. That's one of my favourite things about him. And I don't entirely remember how his legs look, nevertheless. And he's got giant bunny arms. I'm almost certain he does not look a thing like this, but here we are regardless. Invented for Sonic Heroes, don't you know? And he's got big red. And that is definitely what he looks like. I will be hearing no more about it. That is definitely an accurate portrait of this particular Sonic character. Okay. Are we ready to see what we have bred from the recesses of our minds? Let's have a gander. I asked favourite Sonic the Hedgehog character. Come on now. I think you've just invented this little man, and this little man is me. I'm nonetheless very charming. I like him a lot. And GT Pro has given us evil, kind of an evilly kind of Sonic. Is that Metal Sonic? I get Metal Sonic vibes. And I like him very much. He's got red eyes. That's correct answer. Hey, can't stay fairer than that, right? Can't stay fairer than that. That is undeniably Sonic the Hedgehog, or a hedgehog, who has been turned blue. Presumably it's Sonic, and I drew E123 Omega. I think he's got giant silly arms, and that's fun. I like it. Is he as good as Gamma? Yeah, why not? Alright. What we got next? Setting bugs on fire. Who'd have guessed that Squishmore wrote this one, huh? I like the smoke. That's, I think, a really nice trial. Oh, that fire looks really good, and I like that the beetle has a moustache. Yeah! I imagine that's like a Peter Tower kind of noise, if I had to guess. I think that's Peter Towery in its tone. But oh, these are some good prompts. These are some good. Well, no, yes, it's a good prompt, and also some good pictures. Like, I genuinely like them all. I love that flame. That flame is so good. I swear. Anyway, he's loving it. Yeah, fair enough. That's one interpretation. GT Pro inquires why did the chicken cross the road? Which our first answer is worms. The second answer is finance. And the third, also finance, but like shadier finance. And the fourth, more chicken of the cooked variety. Hey, we don't know what this guy's into. Oh, but oh, I like that one a lot. That is such an expressive expression. It's so good. Love it. I love it. He's committing cannibal as he is, and I don't approve, but hey, you do you, buddy. This sheep is hopelessly lost, in this case, on a volcano. In this case, I think he's been cast as the new James Bond. This one's lost between heaven and hell. And yeah, I would say that's one particularly lost shit. Oh, that's great. Oh, I like that. I love it. I like the... I know it's only 2 dots, but nonetheless, I love the expression. That's such a good, like, what kind of expression. That's great. Fantastic stuff. Excellent work. So, what in God's name are we doing now? I'll tell you what I'm feeling, having just asked that question and now, I guess, answering it on everyone else's behalf. Is Compliment the one I'm thinking of, where it's complete the sketch? Start. I quite like sometimes a couple of dots can say so much. It really can, can't it? It really can. I quite like Compliment. How do people feel? Oh, corpse. You speak truth. Yes. Oh, corpse. Yeah, everyone likes Exquisite Corpse, don't they? Who doesn't love Exquisite Corpse? It's badass, to quote Aristotle. Oh yeah, I think we might do Exquisite Corpse. And let me just add in a few more. Nick. And one, let's add public. Done. Okay. Oh, who doesn't love a bit of on-air admin? On-air admin. Exquisite Corpse, then. I think this will be the greatest Exquisite Corpse match of all time. So, let's leave it 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do I want to draw? Let me think. Looks like one of the Cantina aliens from Star Wars. And he's got a little, there. And this chap here, he's a bit on the tired side, as you can see. Got a prominent chin. Give him this healthy orange glow that all bug people, I think, should have. What is a funny bug man without an orange glow? Hmm? Probably shouldn't just loudly announce what I'm drawing. Let people bring their own interpretation to the table and whatnot. And he can have healthy red eyes. I don't know if he's been on the ganja or he's just got some kind of eye infection. Maybe his blood pressure's a bit on the high side. I don't know. And he's got little eyes. Alright, I think just neaten it up there. Okay. And neaten it up here as well, actually. Oh, that's too much neatening. And beautiful. Perfect. Perfect. I fizz with anticipation over what we will see next. I think it will be masterful. Time must feel longer than normal. I don't know why. All right. Oh wow, that's a interesting little array of colors. And let's give him lovely, healthy fingers. Yeah, I think that's how a normal, average person is meant to look. I've not looked at many of late, but you know what? I'm pretty sure that's not inaccurate. And he's got a lovely pair of trousers on, this person. As any good man should do. A man should have written 12 books by the time he's 30 and own at least one pair of trousers. That's what I've always said. And what colour was that? This one? Not quite. Was it this one? Yeah, that's the one. Baby! I don't know why I decided to do the lines first. Caused me boundless grief, but oh, screw, you know what, let's just do fill in. There we go. I don't know why I didn't think of that one earlier. Oh, hello, there's a gap. Good God. My God. Roz, my God. Is that gap closed? I'd say so. And fill in. That's the eraser, and yeah. Lovely. I don't know what this pink was all about, but let's assume it was this. And across his eye, it reads, well, actually, let's fill in his shirt, and we'll, across the of the tie, you will write G-T. That's not legible. Oh, so much the better, I suppose. Anyway. And I reckon that's good. I think that's the best drawing I've ever done. Certainly, I can't think of any that are better. If you can, you're lying, first of all. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Interpret this thusly. There's a very mournful tone with this music, which is perhaps not the vibe one should be giving a Gartic phone game. But I guess that's what I get for putting Silent Hill soundtracks on this playlist. Remember that Silent Hill, like choose your own adventure thing that company made like a year or so ago? And it was like, it felt AI generated. And like there was a man that kept shouting about jams. Silent Hill, what was it called? Not Downpour. Silent Hill. Not Revelations. Oh, I don't remember what it was called. But yeah, the Silent Hill itself was never mentioned once in the whole thing. Which is such a bizarre conceit for a Silent Hill game. Oh yeah, let's not mention the fucking place it's meant to be set. Okay, and let's just throw in a touch of yellow as well. Lovely. And now, yeah, the cold vacuum of space, really. Silent Hill 2. That's how the song goes. This one. And fuck it. Screw it, that'll do. It's a slightly awkward, very awkward join, but you know what? Hey, we're Mavericks. We're fucking Mavericks, is we. Mm-hmm. Shut up, Gartic. And that will, I think, do for my component. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, darling. Okay. Beautiful. Let's go. Shouts out. Yeah. Alright. Hey Drew. Bugman. This is a man, this is a bug. And this man is a gamer, I'll tell you that. Oh, I love that he's dragging his fists. Oh my god, that's perfect. This creature came to Earth to level up, and buddy, you look like just enough XP. I'm downloading that. You can catch these pictures. I think I'll post these pictures on my Discord, which is, I believe, / Discord. Smash, absolutely smash. Kind of a rubber hose child. Who is, it contains a fish. Is the fish piloting the rubber-nosed child? I don't know. All I know is he's done with this girth, so he's So he's off. He's off to his next adventure, possibly to the moon. What a bizarre drawing. I love it. Downloading that. Yes, sir. Okay, what we got now? What's next? Sorry, I had to look away. It is a raccoon. I love him. Love him very much. And he's got kind of sausage fingers on which say Fortnite. I don't know if that's entirely clear. And he is an alpha gamer. A lot of gaming going on this stream, I feel. And his little goat hooves. Oh, that's precious. Wish I had goat hooves. I'd kick the shit out of everyone. Why didn't I be a goat VTuber? Why didn't I think of that? God damn. Oh, but that is a delightful specimen of masculinity, isn't he? And we will download him. Oh, I think that went pretty good, partner. So now I think we should do compliment, because the alien goes damn hard. Alien goes damn hard. Is it the greatest thing ever portrayed on canvas? I say yes. I say yes. Right, how do I click buttons? Let me just, there we go, there's another posting the thing in the chat. I don't know how to pin things on phone, so I go to the computer. Pin that noise. Manual. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna stay around for one more. Yeah, I was thinking of how long have we been going now? Hour 58. Yeah, I think we're coming up on a good time to kind of maybe start calling it a day. But before that, dreadful inevitability, the dreadful march of time. Let's compliment each other. For example, I like your shoes. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Fine, darling. Okay, start by drawing some basic lines. I think I will. I think I will. Alright, let's... obviously this comes down here, and this goes over here. Has to reach over a bit for that one. Actually, kind of taking on a bit of a Pikachu look, which I wasn't expecting. I like giving people like Super Saiyan 3 eyebrows. I don't know why. Put random lines on him. Makes him look haggard. And he's a frog also. I know I didn't mention that before. I assure you he is a frog. Oh, and these blocks here. Yeah, he's in like a 90s thing. Yeah. No. There we go. I don't even really remember how the prompt started, but this is the end result. Oh, hello. Ooh. Oh, what do I see here? What does Doomguy's helmet look like? Well, whatever it looks like, it's rather off-screen, but... that's fine. And he's got green bits. And he's got short sleeves, as I recall from the box art. Got lovely hot dog textured skin. And a silver helmet. Think certainly he does in Quake 3. And it's a sunny day in his muscles. There we go. What the hell is this piece of music? StarCraft, apparently. Yeah. Oh, this guy's turning out to be a right Dragon Ball Z villain. He's saying... Gaming! His favourite game is Bobble Bobble, in case you didn't know. He's got a big thick neck as well, because he's an alpha. I'm going to do a lovely deep purple for the shading. There we go. The erasing tool will do this now. There we go. And let's give him some beautiful... Oh, right, turning the thing up. Give him some lovely sweat. Oh, I wasn't able to give him enough sweat stains. Gosh, Niblet. Gosh, darn it all. But regardless, what did we produce? From this... he did it better than I did, to be fair. As did they. And then mine looks rather feeble by comparison, but we'll move right along. Why won't it scroll up? Oh, I actually really like both of these. I can imagine those being like, what's it called? 2 shots in a manga or something. And then there's that guy as well. But we don't need to talk about him. That is the Dragon Ball GT of this trilogy. We only want the proper 2. Could have said Dragon Ball Super. Could have said Daima. I chose GT. I know what I'm doing. Anyway. What we got here? Again, I've been thoroughly outclassed. Oh, I love like the dots around the eye. It looks like, I don't know, a piece of jewellery or something. Oh my lord. My sweet lord. I mean... I love it. That's amazing. I love that God is giving like a cheeky little wink. It's like, you know. Beautiful. And, right, last but not least, we have some curves, which I interpreted to be some kind of anti-drug Yakuza frog. And Squishmore interpreted as kind of a 90s Sega mascot before they landed on Sonic. And a lot of Diglets, who, as I understand it, is a genre of Pokemon. You've got a head to draw your own. It happens. It happens. I like you know what? I like a little guy, and these are little guys, I'll tell you that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I don't know where they are exactly. Some kind of 90s VHS background. But I think on that note, how long have we been going now? 2 hours? I can be proud of that. I can be proud of that. So, I suppose with all that said and done, there's not left to say except thank you very much for watching. It's very good to be back. I'm glad everyone enjoyed the video. But that review, don't you worry, it's on its way, it'll be up very shortly. In fact, before we go, before we call it a day, should we play it one more time? I think we should. But, yes, as for what other streams I have planned this week, I'll probably stream next Wednesday and certainly on Thursday. Probably Pro Skater 4, because I feel like it. But, yes, I suppose there's not left to say except thank you for joining me. Join me again next time. Follow me on all the socials linked below. Join my Discord. I've not streamed in so long I forgot all the things I say. Oh, whatever. Long and the short of it is, thank you for watching. Let's watch the debut one more time, and until then, until next time I should say, but goodbye. Goodbye.
After the break, we're going to interview Eric Weihenmayer, who climbed the highest mountain in the world, Mount Everest. But he's gay.
Miss? Damn, man, this isn't fudge.
Give a clown a break. I didn't even kill anyone.
What is it, Derek? You alright?
Mary loves Dick.
The French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence.
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
To say their final goodbyes to this fallen Louisville police officer, D.D. Megadoodoo.
Could you start out by introducing yourself, please?
Hello, my name is Alistair FT, and I am the world's most famous Twitch variety streamer. I'm pretty sure I'm the most famous. I can't think of any that are more famous. Yeah, I think it's me. It's me, definitely. Yeah. It's me.
You recently underwent a fairly significant change. Can you tell us about that?
Oh, yeah, I didn't realise we'd be talking about that, but recently I was imbued with the DNA of a peregrine falcon in a revolutionary emergency procedure performed on the behalf of a shadowy Grand Council in order to survive being violently exploded for a second time. But I don't know that that's particularly interesting. Do you want to focus on that? I wouldn't focus on that if I were you. You know, ever since the procedure, people look at me and think, well, there's someone who must spend his free time goring wood pigeons and mice, breaking various necks of wildlife around the moor. Lapwings is another one. What?
Do you?
Do I do those things? Yes, constantly, of course I do. But you know, it's exactly that kind of apex lethality that's needed to survive in the cutthroat world of indie PNG tubing. I realised as soon as that grenade went off that I'd been coasting on my accomplishments for far too long, and my boundless hordes of enemies exploited that.
What enemies?
Oh, you just, you know, bastards and the like, general ne'er-do-wells and knaves and vagabonds and the like, jealous types. Envious of how good I am at streaming, probably.
But you mentioned accomplishments just then. Could you elaborate on that?
Well, for one, I invented oil paint. Before me it was watercolour or nothing.
Could you please introduce yourself?
Certainly. My name is Maggie Smith Jr., and I am head conservationist at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Oil paint started making its way to Europe around the 12th century, but there's evidence of its use as early as the 7th century around what is now Afghanistan. I see no realistic way that Alistair FT could have invented oil paint, as he claims.
I founded Bangkok, of course. That was a recent project.
Hello, my name is Rudyard Cheeks, and I'm the professor of East Asian history at the University of Prague. I feel as though I shouldn't even have to humour the notion, but the area of Bangkok was first settled in the 1400s. It became the capital of then Siam in the late 1700s. Not only did he absolutely not found Bangkok, but I would personally stake my reputation on that being an outright falsehood.
I've travelled to the year 65 trillion, where I fought in the Cyborg Wars.
My name is Bolivar Soup. I am Emeritus Professor of Quantum Mechanics at the University of Cambridge, and it was my pleasure to serve as Lucasian Professor of Mathematics for 25 years. Yeah, that sounds real. Yeah, why not?
But now I'm embarking what I passionately believe will be my greatest achievement yet.
What's that?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, actually. Thanks to my newfound apex predator instincts, I can finally achieve my lifelong ambition of personally eliminating every single VTuber in the world.
Alistair, no.
No, what are you talking about? No.
We discussed this, didn't we?
Oh, did we decide on no killing people?
We had meeting after meeting where we told you that that wasn't the angle we were going with because it's illegal.
I wasn't at every meeting.
Oh, I'm aware. I know.
So, should we go with something less severe, do you think? I will, personally, wound every VTuber.
No.
Get into a fight with every VTuber. Threaten every VTuber.
For God's... Give me that pen.
I will utilize my Falcon abilities to entertain my fans while maintaining a cordial, non-threatening and friendly demeanor towards other VTubers and everyone present in my chat. We'll go with it if you think it's good, but I think it needs more violence. You know, questions have been raised as to whether I'm half man, half Falcon, or if I'm all the way Falcon in the shape of a man, if I'm contractually obliged to wear the outfit, and the explanation, the explanation's actually pretty simple.
Could you explain it to us?
You know what? I will. I promise I will, but do you see that wood pigeon over there? Do you see him? I have to sort this guy out. I'm sorry. I won't be long. I have to sort this guy out. Wait right there. I'll be right back. I promise you. I'll be back. Wait right there.
Gouge his eyes!